So in the past, we've talked about what I use as my everyday carry, the notebooks, the pens, all of that stuff. Today, I want to show you where I carry it. And lately, I've been bounced between a couple of pouches, one being this Peak Design fill pouch, and I'll show how I load these up for certain cases. But more often than not, I lean towards this the Aer Day Sling for max. So this is the max capacity, I believe it's about 6 liters, and one of the main benefits of it is I can fit a lot of my stationery stuff, but I can also fit my iPad. So let's walk through all I have in here and how I carry it and what I bring with me on kind of a day-to-day basis, because that's what these sling serves, because that's what I use this sling the most for. So let's start here at the front, and here it's very simple. I have a Max Expedition micro pouch, and sometimes I load it with more stuff, but more than not, this just houses my Leatherman Arc and my Olight Arc Feel Ultra that I carry with me. This is my main flashlight, so anytime I need a flashlight, this does a great job of that. It also has a pointer, which is very useful at times. Again, could be playing with kids or pointing at things for work or whatever. And it has a UV light that can inspect any dirtiness at hotels or other things. So very useful flashlight that I carry with me very often. I know it's a little big, but the weight, all the features kind of outweigh how much bulk it carries. So that's the Max Expedition Micro. I mainly keep it in here so I'm not scratching on stuff. It's easy to carry. Sometimes I'll put extra tools in here if I know I'm gonna be out and about longer term. I do have another kind of toolkit that I carry with me more often when I'm traveling or I know I'm gonna be out of the house for extensive periods of time. I can walk you through this in a future video if you're interested, but this kind of lives in my backpack, and this is mainly when I need to carry more stuff like a laptop or just various things. That's what I leave in my backpack, and it goes with me basically everywhere. Here in the front pocket, not much left. I just also carry a charger, which is this Ugreen Nexo Pro 65 watt. Is very slim, charges the iPad no problem, and has 3 ports just in case I need to charge multiple things. I do have a cable to charge the iPad, and I believe that is it up here in the front. Again, just kind of keeping it simple and not having too much in here. Going to kind of the main compartment, a couple of things that live in here. I'm gonna try to open this so you can see how everything kind of carries in here. I do have a Uniball one here that lives in this sling, and this one is actually new. I haven't even taken the tip off, but I just leave it in here just in case I need a pen, and I know there's always one here that I can lean on. I carry my Apple Pencil in there as well, so I don't lose it from the iPad. So let's start here from the front, and let me see if I can lay this down so you can take a look. Out here, I just have my sunglasses fit in this pouch. I keep them in this case to keep them protected. The main two things that I carry here are my planner and my Lockbee Quattro, which I've done plenty of videos about these in the past, so you can go check those out. But here's where I carry my most used pens and pencils and whatnot, and it all fits very compact and fits very well in there. This is the MeePlus Slim Pad in the personal size. This is my planner. This is where I do all my planning. I have various notes and tasks list, and I've been creating some of these inserts, which you can check out in the links below. But again, overall, just a very useful tool that allows me to switch things around, and I've been enjoying just carrying it. And honestly, the form factor has helped a lot of me having these with me more often than not, because before I used to carry either the Travelers Company in the regular size or this Lockbee Voyager, which I since semi-retire. I still have my monthly insert here that I reference and fill in from time to time, but honestly, things have changed a lot, and next video after this one will be kind of my updated mid-year kind of Techo khaki and whatnot. But this has served a great purpose, and I'm looking for options to use it because this is a great product. Maybe it just becomes my one and done traveling tool, and I carry it that way. But this used to be just a little too bulky when I compare with this MeePlus Slim Pad, and this has been a great addition. I've been able to put everything there. I love the binder system, and all the benefits that I've outlined kind of in previous videos. So that carries really well in there. Let's put that up here. I always carry a Kindle, which needs to be charged. But again, reading on the go while traveling, keeping it slim. That's what I like to keep in here. And I use it very often. I actually need to charge it. So I'll have to do that right after this video. If I'm not carrying the Kindle or sometimes I'm reading a physical book, I'll show you. I mean, this is a pretty hefty book. So I often carry like physical book, and you can see this one is a pretty big book. This is Truman's biography. And the nice thing about this pouch is that even with that massive book, I can still fit it, no problem. Even if I carry my stationery, I can put that back in there as well. It has a lot of volume to carry things around. And that gives me peace of mind that I'm not overstuffing it with the things I have in there, and I can still close it there. I can either put the glasses up here or take it out of the case and just put them in the slit there, but I can carry a lot of things here. 6 liters is a pretty good size, and this just allows me to, even if I'm reading a physical book that is this big, and I'm usually won't be traveling with or carrying these around, it's more when I'm at the house and I want to read something. That's what I use these bigger books for, but it gives me the peace of mind that I have a lot of space in here. To end it, again, this is my iPad Pro. This is the M4 version. This is what runs literally everything I do, this channel and anything on my personal life. I have it with the keyboard and again, the pencil. This is where I edit the videos, where I create basically everything you see in terms of social media and all of that. This is my one stop shop for everything. I do use my phone at times to record some stuff, but with the iPad is where all the things happen, all the creative stuff. And that's what I wanted, a sling that I can carry with me everywhere I went. And I was able to, again, fit the iPad in there and basically disappears. So that's what everything I carry kind of in here. As you know, I obviously carry a wallet and my Paper Republic with a few field notes in there, a pocket pencil, a pocket pen, which I've talked about in the past. This is kind of my go-to on the go everyday kind of note taker, and that I enjoy just carrying with me. And the leather just feels very premium and wears very nicely even when in the pocket. It's very slim, which I appreciate. And if you want to see more about this product, you can check out the full Tech, which will be coming out again next week. Wallet, phone, keys. What else do I carry with me? I think that's pretty much it. So I want to show you how these can translate if I'm not bringing the iPad. Oh, I do have this OLED clip out here too as well. I don't remember why I put it there, but sometimes I do carry it just because it's convenient and allows me to be a little more hands-free. It has all different modes there. But let's move on how I will change this if I'm not bringing the iPad. So like I tell you, if I'm not bringing the iPad, I'll carry usually this field pouch by Peak Design. What I like about these, it can turn into a smaller pouch if I don't have a lot of stuff, or a larger one if I have it stuffed, which is usually what I carry with me. This does not have a lot of organization, which is totally fine with me. I use these more of a kind of a pocket extender that carries a few extra things that I want to bulk my pockets with. Is just basically a big open space. It is pretty well padded, not, oh, I wouldn't say pretty well padded, but it has very soft lining. Obviously, this designed for cameras, and it should be able to protect anything in there. So all I carry in here is typically in this back pocket. So it has a pocket. It does have some like slots for memory cards and whatnot. I don't usually use those, but I'll put my wallet back there, and usually my keys will go in there too, which I don't typically need to get out. And then in the back will go the Kindle. I will sometimes carry the MeePlus in there. It also fits nicely. Again, one of those benefits of having a really compact planner. I will put my tools to the side here, and then I'll have my sunglasses on the other side. And while it is pretty stuffed there, I can still close it. Again, no problem. These expands, it could even expand even further than that, but that it is a pretty complete packet. Then the notebook will go in my pocket, the phone will go in my pocket, and I have everything I need with me. If I really wanted to, again, put everything here, I will probably take the MeePlus out of here and these will just become the pocket journal with the pen. And again, either the phone on the pocket or there's enough room to fit it in there. I'm actually recording with the phone right now, but I cannot show you, but that will fit in there. No problem at all. Very versatile. Still have the tools that I need. I still have the notebooks to write things down. I still have my wallet, my keys, all the essential kind of EDC items that I may need. Yeah, it carries everything I need in a very compact and well put together pouch. With that being said, I do lose the ability to carry more pens and pencils and all of that. I may lose the ability to carry my MeePlus if I'm deciding I want to put everything in here. That is definitely a trade-off. So that's why I usually carry the Aer Day Sling Max with me very often. So I can carry those extra things without really worrying too much about space. That should stay in the car, or if we're traveling, obviously it comes with me as a bigger pouch, and it just serves various purposes. Obviously, we talk a lot about the notebooks, the pens, all of that, but what we carry our tools in is just as important when we're traveling, when we're moving, when we're going to the cafe, when we're doing anything. That's something to consider as well. And this has been my go-to for quite some time. Again, not a lot of organization, but it's all I need. I just need a big empty pocket, and it is very slim, carries very well, and is very easy to move around with. So let me know in the comments below, what do you carry your stationery in? What are some of your preferred kind of pouches, carrying cases, all of that? I'm always hunting for new options, maybe even better options than what I have right now, but this is working super well for me, and I'm just curious to see what you have as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.